What's up, man? It's your big brother K-Rino. Real important message for males and females. You know, anybody that's in a relationship, marriage, what have you. Look, when a person stops respecting you, it's time to go. It's time to go because in the beginning, depending on how y'all started off, you know, some people may start off on some low self-esteem, desperation level, and people capitalize on that based on their weakness that they saw in you and the vulnerability, and they pounced on that. But in just in normal situations, you pretty much start off on an even level with the person you're dealing with, and you expressing to them things you like, don't like. Y'all getting to know each other, whatever. But over time, unfortunately, one person may start to overpower the other one. And I don't mean overpower them physically, I mean overpower them mentally in terms of imposing a will on them that is not beneficial to them. They start to take control. They start to see certain weaknesses that that you may not have shown early on, and they capitalize on that. And instead of building you up or helping you through those weaknesses or those weak spots, they use it as an opportunity to, like I say, gain control over you. And that can come in the form of just taking advantage of you or just flat outright disrespect. And people on the outside, they start to see it. They start to see how the person is treating you. They start to see it on your face. They start to see how it's affecting you and how you move. You're not moving the same. You're not talking the same. You're not acting the same because this person has now just turned you into something else. Look, when somebody clearly shows that they don't respect you no more, man, you know that's a telltale sign that you need to move around. It's no use in trying to um, reform the person, fix the person, especially after a few times. Now, initially, somebody might try you, and then you get them right, and then they get themselves right. After you tell them about themselves, you check them or whatever, then they get themselves right. But the people who do that, it's two things. Number one, these are people who value you. They value you in their relationship. And number two, they knew they was wrong. They just gonna try it. So, but the other side of that are the people who, nah, they not gonna ever budge off of that. And that's who they are, or that's who they become. So when you get that, ain't no use in wasting time hanging around. You have to go because it'll get worse before it gets better. And I would never want to be with a person who doesn't respect me, because once that happens, now they talking to you any kind of way. And not only are they talking to you any kind of way uh, when it's just y'all, they'll talk to you any kind of way in front of people. They'll embarrass you in front of people. They'll square you off in front of friends and family, their friends and family, and your friends and family. It's the respect is not there. Now all your people looking at you like you going that's how y'all doing it. And sometimes the other person is just like, oh man, no, don't say nothing. This, just that. Nah. And then you find yourself with that person or a person like that for years and years, years and years and years, and now you locked in, even though you're not really locked. It's like being in a house. Somebody's kidnapped you, but they keep leaving and going places. They going to the store, they going to the movies, and they leaving you in the house, and you're not tied up or shackled, and the door's unlocked, but you won't leave. All you gotta do is just leave. And that's what you have to do. And now sometimes people say, well, man, what if you love that person? Well, the problem is you're not loving yourself. You loving that person more than you love yourself, and you really don't love that person. You may just be caught up in a false sense of comfort zone, a false sense of or a sense of familiarity, or you become used to mistreatment and that mistreatment of you has now become normalized in your mind. But that ain't really love, because how could you really love a person who clearly shows that they ain't really rocking with you like that? Because a person that loves you, they're not gonna do you like that. They're not gonna take an opportunity to pounce on your weakness. They're gonna build you up. The people that's really with you, they build you up. They don't tear you down. You know. See, when the person is tearing you down, that's a defect in their character. That's something that they're trying to fulfill in themselves to give themselves some kind of sense of worth and power. Look, I control him. I control her. You know. And the person that's caught up in that situation, they never, or they rarely take the time to think about the fact that you can do better. You can do better, man. You know, you don't even realize that this is not happening. You're not happy. You don't even realize it. Well, you know, he's a good person. She's a good person. You know, she just got a lot on her mind right now. She's stressing it. Yeah, but what about you? And the person they become is never the person that they was in the beginning. That's the cold-blooded part about it. You watch them evolve or devolve into that monster that they are now. And everything that goes wrong or everything that upsets them in their own life, guess who they dump it on? They dump it on you. So the step is to respect yourself enough to understand, look, man, it's better to just be solo than to live that kind of life and live that kind of existence. I mean, that can't be cool. That can't be cool. And especially if you got children. Now, if you got children, then the game changes on a whole nother level, because, like I said, if they would do that in front of your family and your friends, they'll disrespect you in front of your own children. They will tell your children things about you. They will say things about you to your children. And children are impressionable, so they'll see this one parent disrespecting the other, and the other parent kind of taking it. And, you know, there's some children that won't go for that. But there are some that might say, I can talk to mama crazy too. But there are some children that's like, nah, I ain't going to go for that. You know, I don't like the way you talking to my mama. And I don't like the way you talking to my daddy. You know, especially them girls. Them girls like, hey, don't talk to my daddy like that. I don't care who it is. But always remember, man, getting out ain't a bad thing when you're getting out of a bad thing. You got to stand on that, and even if it means starting over, you know, well, man, I don't have nowhere to go. Hey, man, figure it out. You know, because that existence, that cycle, it don't break by itself. We have to break it. We have to make the decision to say, I ain't doing this no more, man. I'm not doing this no more. And I always try to use the advice that you would give to somebody else. See, a lot of stuff that we tolerate, if there was somebody else that we knew and cared about was going through the same thing, and they asked for our advice or opinion on it, we would be telling them, man, you better than that. You better than that. You need to get out of that situation. You need to use that same advice for yourself. What would you tell somebody if the shoe was on the other foot? You know, I can't be with somebody that don't respect me. And for whatever reason it happens, and I'm saying no fault of my own. You know, if I turn into a dope fiend and I just fall off, then I'm not worthy of that respect like that no more. I ain't taking care of the family. I'm a deadbeat now. That's different. But if I've done nothing to deserve the disrespect, and you just start to feel yourself and decide that you don't start disrespecting me, you don't get, but you get two. You get that one where I say, hold up. Then I check you. If you get right, okay, she tried it. But after that, if it continues on, then I'm out. I'm out. All right, man, it's your big brother K-Rino. I hope this helps somebody. Y'all leave comments and subscribe to the channel. And I'll catch y'all later on. Peace.